Finally, justice is on the horizon for Walayar sisters, who were found hanging in their one-room house in Palakkad way back in 2017. The High Court on Wednesday cancelled the POSCO Court's order that acquitted the accused in the case. The High Court quashed the judgment of the Palakkad POSCO Court after accepting the plea of the government and the mother of the children. The High Court also ordered a retrial in the case. The case has been handed over to the trial court for retrial. The accused should appear in the trial court on January 20th. The prosecution can cross-examine more witnesses as part of the retrial. The court pointed out the faults of the investigation officers, prosecution and the trial court in the case. The court also directed the government to provide special training to judges of the POSCO Court. As per reports on January 13, 2017, a 13-year-old girl was found hanging in her house in the Walayar region of Palakkad in Kerala. She was allegedly sexually abused over a long period of time. About 2 months later, on March 4, her 9-year-old sister, who had allegedly spotted 2 men running away from the crime scene at the time of her sister's death, was also found hanging at the same place. The prosecution's case is that the 2 minor girls had died of suicide due to repeated sexual harassment by the accused. The accused, Walayar Madhu and Kutti Madhu, are girls' mothers' close relatives, while Shibu is a former co-worker of her parents. Pradeep Kumar lived in the area. He committed suicide in November last year. The acquittal of the accused by the Palakkad POSCO Court on October 25, 2019 had drawn flack from various quarters. The post-mortem report concluded that the death was by hanging and mentioned no injuries in the genitals. However, it noted anal injuries. The report said that anal orifice appeared stretched with multiple mucosal erosions at margins with pustular areas at places. In the course of the trial, the POSCO judge had raised doubts regarding the truthfulness of the depositions, ruling that as no semen could be collected either from the specimen collected from the deceased girl or from the dresses of the accused, there is absolute absence of scientific evidence to connect the accused with the alleged offense. The acquittal of the accused caused massive protests, with the locals blaming the state government. The mother of the victims, too, openly expressed resentment and said that the police had manipulated their statements. After the POSCO Court acquitted the 4 accused, the Kerala government moved the High Court seeking retrial of the case in November 2019. It stated that there was no coordination between the investigation agencies and the prosecution. The written statement also claimed that the Palakkad court's order was ridden with illegality and manifest errors, and said that the lower court ought to have found that the oral testimony of the witnesses was the substantial evidence in the case. Subsequently, the P.K. Hanifa Judicial Commission was set up by the government, which reported multiple lapses in April during the trial of the case. Special Public Prosecutor Leda Jayaraj had later been removed on the ground of dereliction of duty. The SPP did not care to use the statements of the witnesses recorded by the magistrate for corroboration of the evidence of supporting witnesses. The public prosecutor had caused a miscarriage of justice and affected the entire trial, the government had pointed out. News Desk, Kaumadi, English.